Hello everybody, thought I'd do another video update of the new Blu-rays I've got since I last did a video. Like I said before, I usually sort of get paid once a month, so that's when I buy some films. I got this Arrow version of Flatliners with the slipcover. Kiefer Sutherland, Julia Roberts, Kevin Bacon, one of the Baldwins. Yeah, it's a good film. The sort of part where they're, obviously it's not a spoiler, but where they're sort of causing themselves, well, I say each other, to die medically and then bringing them back. Then once they've been out for 3 or 4 minutes, then they sort of trying to glimpse what happens in the afterlife. The actual story's good. The acting's really good. It is a good film. The only, I wouldn't say a flaw, but the only thing I thought a bit weird is sometimes someone they bullied when they were like 5 years old is coming back to haunt them. But apart from the young kid that keeps on beating up Kiefer Sutherland, the other people's hauntings, you could say, seem a bit sort of trivial, and it seems a bit weird. Yeah, I think it's just obviously their conscience and the bad things they've done is sort of haunting them. But when he goes to see one of the people that's been haunting him, the person doesn't even care that he bullied them back in the day, kind of thing. Anyway, so it's still a good film. But yeah, I found the if they were sort of being haunted by full-on ghosts or glimpses of the afterlife and shadow people, then I think it would have been a bit more creepy than it just having sort of children that they bullied in the past. I thought was a bit of a weird angle, but yeah, still a really good, entertaining film. And I've not seen the remake, but I've heard it's not great, to be fair. So obviously the original was meant to be better. Let me do the Arrow ones first. Forgive me, I dropped one. Get it from down there. And then you've got Police Tactics. This one came from CEX. It was only £5. I don't really know much about this film. I've not really even heard of the director, but seems like a good sort of crime thriller. I think it looks Japanese. Yeah, I mostly bought that just because it's £5. When it got to the till in CEX, they scanned it and it went through at £8. But obviously they honoured it at 5 because that's the sticker it had, and as you can still see, some of the semblances of the sticker still left. I have tried to rub it off, but that's one thing I find with CEX. It's not so bad on these plastic ones. If I get like a scouring pad, I could wash it off when I've got more time. But on some of the cardboard ones and that, they're just asking to damage it when you rip it off. But yeah, I thought that was a good pickup for £5, and even though I don't really know it, I thought it's still one to add to the collection. And I got The Last Emperor. Not actually ever seen this film, but obviously I've heard it's a really powerful sort of epic film. I got it partly just because it's a collector's edition, so I was like, if you don't get it now, it could be hard to get in the future. But yeah, I've heard it's a really good edition. You get a load of stuff included. If people want to see, then I can do like, I say unboxings, like reveals for these, and open it up and show you what's inside. But yeah, I've heard it's a really good film. I have seen one of the other, yeah, Last Tango in Paris. This guy, I've not heard of The Conformist or The Dreamers, but yeah, Bernardo Bertolucci. But yeah, I've heard it's a really good sort of sweeping epic film, so looking forward to seeing that. And yeah, that was £25 new in HMV, which isn't too bad. This one I was really glad to get, and it's actually still got all the postcards, the book, everything inside. It's just not got the little J card, but I usually keep the J cards on, but I find, let me show you an example. This Robin Hood, for example, the little J card has been damaged where it's been sort of scraped against the other ones. But yeah, it's in real good condition, and this one was from CEX, X, whatever you call it. They keep it up behind the till, so I was buying that Police Tactics one, and then seeing that, so I asked how much it was, and obviously this one's been out of print, hard to get for a while, so I was expecting them to say a crazy price, and when he said £20, I think it was 25 when it first came out new, maybe even more because it's a 4K. But yeah, considering it's sort of out of print now, I'm surprised they had it so cheap in CEX. Yeah, it's got everything included, the postcards, it's got like a little ticket for the meal thing. It's all sort of trivia and things from the film. Got a big poster, and then yeah, like a 4K disc. So I was real happy to get that one for 20, because when I've looked on Amazon and things, it just seems to be like not available. And yeah, it was quite a while ago it seemed to have sold out. This one I've never actually seen before, but I've heard it's classic. It's like produced by Steven Spielberg and Chris Columbus, and then directed by Barry Levinson, who I have seen films by, but I can't think what he's done at the moment. But yeah, it's meant to be a real good kind of family adventure film, sort of throwback. I think it was released, can I see on there? I guess it's like the 90s. 1985, I think. Or is that just a... Yeah, I think it's 1985. But yeah, I've heard really good things about this. I like these kind of bit like the Goonies and sort of family adventure kind of films. I'm not a massive fan of like the recent Sherlock Holmes films with Benedict Cumberbatch, but I've heard this one's a bit more fun. They're in like a boarding school and murders are happening. But yeah, when I was a kid, other kids I used to know had watched that and they said it was a really good, fun film. And you've got Baskin. I think this is a Turkish film. This is quite messed up, to be fair. It's not really as gory and disturbing as I'd heard, and it isn't cut or anything. It's like saying first time uncut or something. Yeah, it is a good film. It kind of reminds me a bit of The Void. I think anyone's seen The Void? If I got it down, oh yeah, see if you can see it right down there. The Void, similar kind of premise, whereas The Void is a bit more of what's the word? Like a traditional kind of storyline. This one's a bit more messed up. But basically, some police they get a call to this like old abandoned police station, and then they go down. And there's like a creepy basement, and there's like a cult in there. That's not really a spoiler, but yeah, a few messed up things do happen. It's really well shot, really eerie, quite sort of cerebral. Yeah, it's a really good film, but yeah, not as kind of shocking and graphic as some people were saying. Although yeah, there has its moments, but yeah, I did quite enjoy that one, to be fair. Obviously, it's subtitled if that bothers you, but I don't mind. There's not too much dialogue in it, to be fair, but the main guy that plays the cult leader is really creepy in it. And then you've got this Brain Dead from 101 Films. This, yeah, Baskin and Brain Dead I got from CEX at a different time. This one was, I think, £10, and so was Baskin. But when I got to the till again, they'd gone up in price by like £2 or £4 each, but they honoured what it said on there. I've just noticed there's some little dust on the front. Yeah, this one's got the little book inside. It's in quite good condition because I got it second hand. But yeah, that's the new ones I've picked up recently. I might get a few more this month, but I usually just sort of go on a shopping spree at the start of the month. But yeah, some of them I plan to get, like The Last Emperor and Flatliners, Young Sherlock Holmes, sort of new from HMV. I think I got them, and then I went in a couple of different CEXs, different towns around my area, and found the Brain Dead, the Baskin, the Police Tactics, and then the Tremors. Yeah, I was quite stoked with that. Yeah, missing the J card, but for £20 worth and else included and in good condition, it's really good. Sorry, I've rambled on a bit. Maybe I should just show the films we're having and talk about them. But if some people don't know them, then they might like to have a kind of mini review / synopsis of the films. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll be back again probably in a month or so with a new update, unless anybody wants to see inside the boxes or anything. Right, thank you for watching. Bye.